Hi, have you ever just scrolled through Instagram and you see people having parties, hanging out, and you're not invited? Have you ever went on Facebook and you see people having birthday celebrations and you laugh at a post and realize your other friends tag their other friends in a meme? And for a long time, no one has ever tagged you in a Facebook post or sent you something they thought is funny. Or you realized you were always busy celebrating other people's birthdays, going to parties, but no one has actually made a party for you. Perhaps you remembered that you tried to wait to 12 a.m. and see if anybody would wish you, but nobody did. Well, after that, a few of your friends just came in and texted, "Hey, happy birthday," on your post, or maybe just a short message for you. And you tell yourself they probably just do it because Facebook reminded them. And you go to Messenger, you go to WhatsApp, or Telegram, and you realize it's all group chats or formal stuff. And no one has asked you, "How are you?" sincerely, or no one has even listened to you talk about yourself for a long time. And you're afraid to reach out either. You don't want to trouble people. And suddenly, when all of these realizations come at once, the world that you were in suddenly became grey and dark and gloom, and you realize in this world full of people, you're extremely lonely. And why do I know? Because that's my story. Hi, my name is Ui and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be talking about loneliness, an issue that has affected millions of people, including you and me. And during this pandemic, we're all in isolation, we are all in lockdown, and this issue is affecting more people now. And I believe that this video will help you know that although sometimes you are alone, you are never lonely. Today's video will be divided into 3 parts, namely, what is loneliness? Why do you feel lonely? And finally, how do you step out the shadows of loneliness by yourself? So, what is loneliness? The main difference between being lonely and being alone is that being alone is a solid and rigid feel where you know and you can see nobody around you. Whereas being lonely can mean that you are feeling isolated in your heart, that although you are in a crowd of people, you feel different. You feel not participating. You feel that you are isolated from that group of people. And in this world today, we are basically never alone. When we are on Facebook, when we are on Instagram, it feels like there are a lot of people with us. You know, we look at stories, we dwell ourselves inside the parties or events that people are participating. But although we feel like we're not alone deep down, we feel lonely. And no matter how many stories or how many YouTube videos that you have watched, you seem to not be able to fill the gap that's inside your heart. And it hurts. So why do people feel lonely? The first reason is excessive use of social media. Social media has been a great addition to our lives, connecting people from different parts of the world. But sometimes, and now most of the time, is the main cause of loneliness. Imagine when one night you can't sleep and you wake up. What do? You check your Instagram, you watch YouTube videos. So even though the world around you is asleep, the world that you're looking at on your phone is still partying, because somewhere out there, it's still morning, it's still the afternoon, and people's lives seem just that bit more better than yours. What most of us do today is that the moment we wake up, we check our phones, we check Instagram, we check Facebook, we check our Snapchat. And it's like we have two worlds now. The world in our phone and the world that we see outside. And more than often, our lives cannot compare to the ones that we see on internet. The things that we see in real life, sometimes the sadness, the depression, the powerlessness is uncomparable to what we see, the fancy lifestyle that we have on Instagram. You're driving a Proton, you're driving a Honda, but on screen, you get to enjoy how it feels like to be in a Ferrari, what it's like to stay in a $40 million mansion. But the moment you leave your phone, your life just seems so terrible. And that makes you want to go back into that life, into the life of others, into the pretty life on Instagram. And therefore you feel isolated from your real life. You feel like you don't know what to do, because the Instagram life is not real life. And that makes you feel worse about the life that you have. And that causes loneliness. That causes you to feel like you don't belong. To make the problem worse, these algorithms that the social media have help you find what you like. You like cars? They give you more cars. You like big houses? They show you more big houses. You like pretty girls? They show you pretty girls. That creates this fantasy world of yours that suits your own preference, suits your own likes and dislikes, and in that world you feel like you are living your dream. Or perhaps you like cooking, or perhaps I say you like looking at cooking, and you see, wow, these people cooking this and cooking that, but you've never tried cooking any of those on your own. You scroll through YouTube tutorials on how to cook this pasta, but you never tried it. You just like looking. And that makes you feel like this pretty world that you have is so far away from you the moment you close your screen. All in all, social media connects people together. They make the world so much smaller for everyone. But what they cannot do is to connect hearts together. And for that, you need to do it on your own. Have you ever been with a group of friends and somebody says something and the rest of the group laughs, but you don't understand what's going on? And suddenly you feel like you are away from them, that you don't belong in that group. And it's like you're watching them from afar. And you feel like you're faking, or perhaps you're an imposter in that group. Now, I believe that this is very common for many people out there who feel like in that group that they belong, in that clique, They are the odd one out. They are the one that is expendable, the one that people forget about. And trust me, I know that feeling.
I love inside jokes. Love to be a part of one someday.
But why do we feel sad? It's just a joke that we don't understand. This is because us as humans, we have this need to feel relatable, this need for belonging, this need for closeness. That's why when somebody tags you in a meme, or when somebody laughs with you with a joke, you feel that warmth in your heart, you feel happy, you feel cared for. So if you feel that you have this extreme loneliness, perhaps what you lack in life is this closeness with people, this relatable issue with others. That you want to be included, you want to know what's going on, you want to be what's going on. So I believe that in all of these issues, closeness is what we crave a lot. Everybody likes to be Iron Man, the superhero that's so cool, but nobody have ever said, I want to be like Tony Stark. Because Tony Stark is human. Tony Stark has his ups and downs. And in this scenario, have you ever felt like you are Iron Man every time you go out, but when you come home and you take off your suit of armor, nobody knows you as Tony Stark? Nobody knows who you are, what you are, how you're feeling, and you feel this deep loneliness. But although you just came back from a party, it's like it never meant anything to you.
I love you 3,000.
It is very easy to fake yourself in front of a group of people in order to look better, to feel better, and to show a better version of yourself. But very often we fall into that pit of pleasing others that at one part of time we forgot who we are. We lose who we are. And when you create a fake version of yourself in a relationship, no matter a friendship, a parent-son relationship, or perhaps a boy-girl relationship, you will never feel the attachment from the relationship because you are not in that relationship. Your fake version, your suit of armor, is the one that's in the relationship. You have your guard up, you are afraid to be vulnerable, to be weak, and therefore, every time you come to realization, you don't feel anything in that relationship because you are not you. And these cause that sense of loneliness, that you're isolated from your friends, that you're isolated from your partner. I don't know if anyone has ever said this, but I'm going to say it. 1,000,000 friends will still make you lonely, but a friend with 1,000,000 memories won't. Get yourself one friend or two friends that you can have a real connection with. And also, contributions to a relationship can provide a sense of belonging and a sense of security in a relationship. So if your relationships don't feel like they are working quite well, try working a little bit hard for it. Try earning that relationship for once. Do something for your partner, do something for your friends. And perhaps you will feel like you belong for once. And that brings us to how we can step out of loneliness today. First thing, take that first step out to the real world. You like cooking? Take up that pan and start trying. It may not work the first time, but one day you will taste that pasta that you've wanted so much through that YouTube video.
Fucking delicious.
Or perhaps you have missed your friends so much. Call them and make sure you don't text. Because when you hear the voice of someone, You can feel the warmth through their emotion, and you can connect. Although it's, still far away, but it's definitely better than texting. Or better yet, go visit a friend that you have never seen for a long time. Go to their house. Not during this pandemic, but go visit them in their house, not their Facebook profile or Instagram profile. Because only then you'll be able to build up that connection, that closeness that you have always craved. And once you're done with the first step, you are now ready for the second step. Take the initiative and get to know the people around you. Not just their names, but also how they feel. You can start with your family. Talk to your mom. Not just, hey mom, good morning. But, hey mom, how are you feeling? Cook with your mom. Enjoy these moments together that creates bonds, memories, connections. Step outside of your comfort zone and maybe you will find people who are like you. You like comic books? There are a lot of people out there who feel that they are the only ones who like comic books. Join them and create that bond and create this surrounding that you like. And finally, take off your suit of armor. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to be weak. You don't have to take off your clothes in front of everyone, but find that few friend that you have that you trust and build a real connection. A connection that involves not only laughter but tears, not only happiness but sadness. Because this is life, and life is full of ups and downs. So, in order to build a real connection, you have to be the real you. To all of you out there who is feeling cold in the warmth of the world, feeling low when the world is on high, don't worry. I am here with you. We are here with you. And you are never lonely. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope that this episode has managed to help you all know that you are not alone out here in this world. And if you like my content, share it to others to make sure that they get the message too. That all the lonely people out there know that there are people who care for them, who love them, and that they are a perfect member of the society. Now remember to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. You can click here to subscribe. Thank you.